It's been a hot minute since I've been on this channel. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now for today's video, I thought that I would kind of give a life update slash talk about what has been going on in my reading. Basically, long story short, I haven't been reading for the past maybe 2.5 weeks. So February was a really just a lackluster reading month for me. I feel like I read a lot in the beginning of the month, like maybe like around 15 books. And then it just kind of dropped off once I got really busy at work. And then I just had a lot of other things that I had to deal with that really impacted my ability to have the attention span to listen to audiobooks, and most of my reading is actually done through audiobooks. So when I'm not listening to audiobooks, it just means that I'm not reading at all. And then I thought that this video would be a little bit fun if I were to also just do my makeup with you guys too as well, because I have also taken a break from really just life in general and YouTube in general, and like social media is definitely not a priority for me when I have a lot of things going on. So I've been kind of just sitting on this channel for a bit, not really doing too much. I have videos that I have filmed prior weeks, but I just didn't have the motivation or the energy to go in there and edit a lot of videos. So I thought that I would just go in and just start something fresh, something new, something exciting, something that I would actually be excited to film and to edit. And hopefully like this content isn't gonna take too long for me to edit, which will further motivate me to continue making videos. So in this video, I kind of want to talk about how I deal with being in a slump and how to get out of it. Obviously, I feel like I still am in the process of trying to get out of this said slump. I think I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm starting to try to get my motivation back into making more content and to also just get my interest back in general. So big part of what was happening was that I was unmotivated, I was demotivated really to make videos, mostly because I didn't feel that a lot of people were watching them anymore, and I felt like I was getting repetitive, or I felt like the ideas that I have weren't good enough. So it made editing really painful for me because I was like, why am I putting out content here that I'm not even proud of? So that's like basically with YouTube, but I think I'm trying to get back into, you know, making more content that excites me and that'll hopefully excite you too as well. But obviously you're not here to listen to me about my YouTube woes, and you're here to listen to me talk about books. So in terms of reading, whenever I'm in a reading slump and I feel that I am not doing as much, number one, I like to give myself a break. Basically, when I feel like I'm not reading enough or I didn't read a lot in a week, I just cut myself some slack. There's gotta be like a reason why I felt this way and why I didn't want to read. And life is hard enough without like me having to beat myself up for little things like this. It's a hobby. I can pick it up and I can put it aside when I have the time and when I don't have the time. So I just wanted to focus on other things that also make me happy as well. So in the times that where I felt that I wasn't reading and I was focusing on other things, what I was actually doing was entertain myself and distracting myself with TV. So a TV show that I have been watching recently is Scrubs. This was like a show that I always wanted to watch when I was growing up, but I just never knew like the television schedule because I was like very young when the show came out. So I wasn't paying attention to when the show was broadcasting on TV, and then obviously there wasn't any like subscription service that I can have to kind of go back and rewatch episodes. And because I was a kid, I didn't have like the best access to internet, so I couldn't rewatch it. Long story short, I'm watching on Disney Plus right now and I'm freaking loving it. It's such a good show. If you guys watch Scrubs, let me know down below if you did, because this is such a good show. It's 9 seasons long, very long might I say, and each episode is only 20 minutes. So I already finished like the first season in like 2 days because it was that easy to finish. And it's super funny, but it's also relatable and it's heartwarming at times. It's just the comfort show that I need at times like this where I feel like my life is kind of like a little bit messy. After giving myself like a little break, obviously I want to get back into reading. This is a hobby of mine. This is something that I look forward to doing. This is what I do to kind of escape life. I forgot to get my brushes from the washroom, but I'm back. And basically, as I was saying, it's something that I enjoy a lot doing, and obviously I'd be really sad if I don't do it. So my next plan of attack to get back into reading is just to read like from authors that I know will be a good read. When you're in a reading slump, you really don't want to venture out and go for a new book that you haven't heard about before or a new author that you haven't read before, because you run into the chance of having it being like a 3-star mediocre read, which will further put you deeper into that reading slump, because now you're like, okay, well, I don't want to get hurt again. I literally spent like 6 hours reading this book, and then now it's not even that good, so like why bother reading more books in the future? So what I'm going to do is actually going to reread some of my favorites, and that leads into my third point. When you're rereading your favorites, pick like a book that you know that once you start, you're gonna reread it from start to finish. So if it's a long book, make sure that it's that good of a book that you know that you will continue reading from start to finish within a week. And if you are nervous about longer books and you feel like your attention span is definitely not as it was before, reread shorter books. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go into my collection of novellas that I love to read, my tried and true, and I'm just gonna go reread a bunch of them. So whether it be from Jessica Cain, whether it be from Alexa Riley, whether it be from Cassie Mint, I'm gonna go reread those just because I want to inspire myself to read again and to remember why I liked reading in the first place. So that's definitely what I'm gonna do. And you know what? Bonus points, because those books are so short that you'll be able to finish them in like one sitting, and then you'll feel good about yourself because now your reading challenge is up a number of books because you read just like shorter books. I'm gonna go do some blush now because I feel like I have no color on my cheeks. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is basically have like a schedule of like when I want to read. So with novellas, I tend to read when the sun goes down, and I like to read in my bed at night. But I'm starting to feel like that maybe I need to schedule in more time earlier in the evening. So right now I'm actually on vacation, which is why I'm back on YouTube, because I finally have time to like do things that I want to do outside of my job. And I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna read before the sun gets down. I'm gonna force myself to read a couple of things in just so that I can feel productive. So work around your schedule. Think about when you feel like that you have the most energy, when you feel like that you are actually able to concentrate for a longer period of time, and use that time period to read your books. I forgot my eyebrow pencil brush, but now I'm back again with next up, your most important thing that you have to do is your TBR. So when you are in a reading slump and you don't know what to read, it's good to have a plan. I'm the type of person that hates plans. I really just hate making plans, hate finalizing details of things, hate thinking about the future really in general. But I'm also the type of person that once I'm given a list of things that I have to do, I have to do it. Like, I just don't want to fail other people. Like, I don't want to let down other people. I just want to do what they told me to do, and I'm gonna, through hell and high water, I'm gonna go do it, and I'm gonna accomplish the goal. So that's the kind of expectations that I set up for myself. If I have a short list of books that I want to run through very quickly in a short amount of time, I'm gonna do it, and that's going to be my main priority focus. When I'm doing things around the house, I'm gonna turn on an audiobook and listen to the book. When I am doing nothing and just staring at a wall, I would rather pick up the physical book and read it. So do a TBR list. Make sure that the TBR lists are filled with books that you're actually excited about, because if you're not even excited about it, then you're just gonna run the risk of putting yourself into another reading slump. Finally, I'm gonna put some color on my eyes. So basically, that is all the tips I have for beating a reading slump, and that's what I'm gonna try to do to get myself back into the groove of reading, especially because it's a new month, and that means that I have more opportunities to pick up my favorite books this year in this reading month. There are a lot of books that are on my radar that I have to read very soon because I'm actually super excited for it. I don't remember all the titles because I don't remember titles mostly. I only remember the authors, but obviously I want to read the new Lucy Score book that I'm going to put right here. I enjoyed Lucy Score books. I think that they're a favorite of mine. She is definitely a favorite indie author of mine. Her books are super long, and sometimes I feel like that there's like a lot of characters that make me feel like there should be a character map so that I can just keep track of all the side characters. But it's usually very like heartwarming, really rom-com-y, really comforting, and then there's some elements of like angst, suspense, and mystery to it too as well. So I'm really excited to read the new one. I'm actually maybe on chapter 13 on it so far, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts, but really so far what I feel like is that this book is not as good as the first book. I'm just gonna put this out there. It's taking definitely a longer time for me to get into it, which sucks because I'm back at a reading slump, and this is definitely not helping me, you know, get out of the reading slump. It's kind of just making me feel like maybe I should just give up, but it's also like my fault because I picked like a 600-page book to kind of start off right after a reading slump, so that's my problem. But I thought, hey, you know what, since I love Lucy Score so much, this is gonna be a favorite of mine. Yeah, joke's on me. But I'm still gonna listen to the audiobook. It's definitely going to be an audiobook that I'm gonna be listening to while I'm doing like chores around the house. I'm not doing chores around the house every single day, so it's going to be an audiobook that I'll be finishing in a couple days rather than one day. Other books I'm really excited for is of course the new Lorraine Heath. I love Lorraine Heath. I know that she will get me out of this reading slump with her complicated plot, her, you know, intense chemistry between her two characters always, and just like the overall romantic events that always take place in her books. Like, they just make me so happy. Another one that I'm really excited for is the new Vivian Loret novel. I know nothing about this book, but like I love Vivian Loret. Sometimes like when she hits, she hits. Like, they are just amazing and they're so fun, and I'm so excited. Hopefully this one's going to be a 4 out of 5 stars, because sometimes I do run into the issue where her books are just like good, but they're not good enough. So hopefully this one's going to be my favorite once again. Okay, I'm gonna do some eyeliner off camera, and then I'll come back and continue talking about other books that I'm super excited to read too as well. Doesn't my eyes just look like they opened up a lot more? So I use a combination of eyeliners. I use a gel eyeliner and then a liquid eyeliner for my wings. It's really funny to me because like there was this one day back in high school where I did a wing eyeliner and I never looked back. Actually, I don't think I actually wore eyeliner back in high school, and it was mostly in university, but still I did eyeliner one day and I never looked back, and now I feel like my makeup look is not complete unless I do it. I have something actually funny to tell you guys. So basically the Bookish Box is doing a special edition set of J. Bree's Broken Bond series. Like, I don't even know what the series is called because I never read the series, but my friend Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers said that it's like her new favorite like fantasy series. She like raved so much about it. She just like adored this, like, you know, lovely fantasy, dark fantasy, bully romance. I don't even know what it is, and she loved it so much, and I trust her opinion with like fantasy romances because me and her, like, we really enjoyed Laura Thalassa's like fantasy series. And so when I saw that they were doing this like special edition set with all 6 books that were all gonna be hardcover with all these like beautiful like end pages and covers and things like that, I was super excited. So I debated whether or not I wanted to buy it. For reference, it's $255 American, and that is translates to like about 300 something Canadian. That's a lot of money, okay guys? Like, I don't want to be spending that much money on a book, but sometimes when I feel like I need to spend some money, or when I'm feeling just like super depressed, like I want to spend some money and make myself happy, because hello, capitalism. So I was like debating whether or not I wanted to buy it, and then I said to myself, well, like Lacey's probably gonna buy it and I want to be like Lacey. So then I added it to my cart and I went to go check out. And then when I went to go check out, the payment wouldn't process because I was like splitting up between like PayPal versus Visa, my credit card, and it wouldn't process. So it ended up charging like a portion of it to my credit card, but then the other portion that was supposed to be charged to my PayPal didn't get charged. So the whole order never got placed. And then I was like, okay, but like now I'm charged like $46 for air. It's like completely air now, so like, am I gonna get this money back? And then I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get my money back, but I still want this like set of books, so I'm gonna like try it again, and like hopefully like everything clears up, and then I can get my box set and then get that, you know, original payment returned back to me. And then the second time I did it, it didn't work, and it did the same thing. It charged me $46 again for air, and then now I am down $93 for no freaking reason, and I emailed the company asking for my refund because I want back my $93, and I still never even bought the set yet. So now I'm just gonna go in with some lip gloss. I bought this Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss because everybody was like raving about Charlotte Tilbury. I feel that Charlotte Tilbury's packaging, it just fools and bamboozles everyone, because look at this. It's very pretty. It looks very luxurious. It looks very gorgeous, but I can tell you right now that this thing, the packaging is super cheap. It's plastic. It just feels like stuff that I can find at a dollar store. I've had better packaging done from other like lipstick companies that I've bought previously in the past, and honestly the color is like very natural, just very not there sometimes. The shade that I have is in High Society. It's just glossy. It's just overpriced lip gloss. Like, if you guys need lip gloss, don't go and buy high-end lip gloss. I'm telling you, unless it's like a really nice lipstick, then like maybe, but even then I bought the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick and it was like alright too as well. But I would definitely recommend to go into Korean brands for like lipsticks and lip stains and lip glosses, because they're a lot prettier and they're definitely like a lot cheaper, and then even the packaging is a lot nicer. So just an example, this is Para's lip gloss, and the case is plastic too, but it's a lot prettier because it has like this ombre thing, and the applicator is a lot bigger, so then you can like easily apply it to your lips. The consistency is better and it stains a lot nicer, and it's shiny too as well. Definitely recommend you to check out Korean skincare products and Korean makeup if you want nice lipsticks. They are available on Amazon now and it's more accessible, so definitely take a little browse on Amazon when you have the chance. So I feel like my makeup look is pretty much complete, but I want to go ahead and top off with some glitter. So this is the ROM ND Korean glitter palette that everybody has been raving about on TikTok, and everybody has been buying, and it's been sold out in a lot of places. I found this place in the mall one day and I saw that there's this palette available, and I said, treat yourself. So basically with these glitter toppers, I really don't know how to apply them. If you guys are a fan of makeup and you guys know how to apply for toppers, let me know. But I think the best plan is to actually just use your hand and just like hit the pan with it, and then just hope for the best that it picks up some glitter, and then you can put it on your eyelids. So I got some glitter on there. I don't think you can see it. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is that if you guys are Canadian, you guys would probably already know, but Canada's largest bookstore, Indigo, got into this cybersecurity hack incident. What happened was that somebody hacked the system, so websites were down for like 2 weeks. It's still really much down. You can't really do much shopping online, and you couldn't really do much shopping in stores too as well, because it impacted like credit card spending and also gift card spending. So a lot of people who were in stores actually had to pay in cash, and basically it's still not that functionable right now. And I feel like a lot of the books in stores are just only like the older books and not the newer releases, because I think it also impacted shipment and like the whole processing center of everything too as well. So a lot of the pre-orders that I have put in the past are not being delivered because the systems are just all going into hell right now. So it sucks right now, because like all the books that I wanted to read, I can't read them yet because they're not there. So it sucks, and I think a lot of people are turning towards Amazon to buy their books, which also sucks too, because if you are a Plum Plus Rewards member thing, which is you buy a membership, you get like 10% off of each book that you buy, and that's a decent amount of money. That's a nice discount that you can get on your books. So it sucks that we have to kind of turn to Amazon, where we don't get the same discount as we would if we were to shop on Indigo. So it's still happening right now. Lots of things are involved. It's very dramatic. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. They said that a lot of the customer information is not being mishandled because they don't store any client or customer payment information, which is good for us because, you know, we as consumers don't want our credit cards out on the dark web. But a lot of the employees' information might be tampered with because they do store the employee information. All Alright, so now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and like brush my hair and do something with my hair, and then I'm gonna go start filming some videos for you guys to watch. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Thank you for welcoming me back into your space on YouTube, and thank you for sticking around with me even though I haven't been as active as I want to lately. I am hoping that this is going to be a restart to my YouTube days and that I'll be back here more frequently to talk to you guys. But I'll see you guys again next time in a new video. Bye.